And still in the movie world, Mavin record singer Dr. Sid is set to make a full Nollywood debut in June. He revealed this much to Entertainment News and Channels Television at the red carpet premiere of the latest film in the Marvel comic series, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Take a look.
Mavin Records singer Dr. Sid, Nollywood actors Ibrahim Sulaiman and Bukumi Adega-Ilori, reality television stars and many other movie buffs flocked the Nigerian premiere of the latest Marvel movie franchise, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. The Mavin star, who announces that he's branching off into filmmaking with his debut project set for premiere soon, is excited about the character portrayed by Benedict Cumberbatch and how Nollywood can benefit from improved storytelling.
I'm a big Marvel fan and I always come out for all Marvel movies, so it's a no-brainer. Plus, my own movie's coming out June 10th, so you other have things, so... And let me come and see what Doctor Strange is doing. So I just tell people that after you watch Doctor Strange, June 10th, come and watch the other things. As of now, I'm moving more into film. So what I notice is more about the pacing of a movie. Sometimes you have to, film things, the same way music has a tempo, film has a tempo as well. And sometimes the writing kind of misses that, you get. So I think that for me, what I learned, at least recently, is to write with a tempo, write with a flow. You know, and that's what I learned. So.
The nightmare begins.
The movie, which is the second in the Doctor Strange series, is connected to other Marvel stories, continues, follows the chain of events after Dr. Stephen Strange cast a forbidden spell that opens a portal to the multiverse.
You opened the doorway between universes.
I think it's his story arc, his journey from being, a bit of a, I can't use the word that I really want to use, because I'm sure this is PG, but he wasn't a great human being. He was a great doctor, a super professional, but he wasn't a decent human being. So the arc from going from that point, losing everything, including his hands, to becoming this, actual hero who cares about other people and the whole world in general. I feel like that's one of the most important things about his story arc, and that really, it speaks to me. It's something that Nollywood is already, trying to do. We have, stories that are being put, instead of just doing a one-off, we have different stories that are connected to each other and everything. So some producers and directors and writers are already working towards that. For people like us who are actors, we are excited about the possibilities that are, coming into the industry now. So this is actually a good time to be in the industry.
Benedict Cumberbatch has received plaudits for his role as the egocentric doctor who later became a superhero. Rising Nollywood actress Kiki, who is also getting critical commendations for effortless acting, explains how Cumberbatch had been pulling off the character Doctor Strange so effectively.
Your desecration of reality.
I think the first thing to do is to separate who you are from who that person is. So I just finished filming something now, Wives on Strike, and the character is somebody that I'm not. I don't like to eat in real life, but the character loves to eat. The character is very careless. I'm not careless in real life. So what I had to do in that very moment is to forget who Kiki is and embrace that character. And I honestly feel like that's how to own a character in a film. And I think that's one thing that Benedict has mastered over the years. So that's how I do it. And I feel like when you're being that and you're doing it as you will own it, and it will almost become impossible for somebody else to do that. So I am such a huge fan of Benedict Cumberbatch. I think that he's an extremely brilliant actor. He's intelligent. I fell in love with him when I first watched Sherlock Holmes. I'm like, who is this very intelligent actor? Like, who is this man? He's so brilliant. I know I love actors that are selfless. I love when you take a role and you own it. You make it you. And like, it would almost seem like that's what you do every day of your life. And that is who Doctor Strange is. And that is why I'm here tonight.
While there's still an apparent love for Hollywood movies like Doctor Strange within the Nigerian cinema audience, they're not in direct competition with Nollywood movies who continue to bridge the gap, according to the cinema operator.
Things just got out of hand.
I think at the moment the ratio is about, I'd say 45%, 55% to Hollywood. One thing that was good for Nollywood was COVID. because when after COVID and when cinemas resumed back after COVID, it was Nollywood movies that sustained the industry. And at that point in time, the Marvel films and the Hollywood films were releasing on streaming platforms and also in cinemas. So I'd say for now it's 45-55, but of course the appetite for Marvel films, we can never underrate it. People always want to see Marvel movies, superhero films, So it's still there, the appetite is there, but there's also the hunger for Nollywood flicks.
At the moment, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness sits at the #1 spot of American box office with over $180 million earnings the opening weekend.